Hey everybody, this is Eddie Aguilar. I'm coming to you with Mama Lee, otherwise known as Debbie Lee. We're down here in Scottsdale. We're at the Scottsdale Gun Range. So when you hear pop, 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 that's what we got going on. So, hey Debbie, how we doing?
Good. I'm excited about the event this year.
Exactly. So am I. So what we wanted to share with you is what we got going on this year. It's a replica of what I did last year. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing 10 hikes. I'm going to start with the Grand Canyon, doing rim to rim. I'll be doing 9 more hikes after that. And I'm doing that to raise money for Debbie's organization, America's Mighty Warriors. And just so you get the gist of where this came from me, this idea, this concept came from, was for one, I published a book based on the impacts of suicide. Two, my dad was a Vietnam vet, and I grew up dealing with a lot of PTSD, drinking, alcoholism, violence, little friction at home. And so now that I'm older and have seen what war can do to our veterans, I wanted to do something to help veterans, to help organizations like yours to raise money. So if you wouldn't mind, share one, why you started America's Mighty Warriors, and two, what the benefit of the organization is for veterans and their families.
Yeah, you bet. And Eddie, we are so grateful for you reaching out to us and understanding the impact of what we're making, understanding the importance of supporting our veterans who are struggling with suicide, many of them diagnosed with traumatic brain injury, post-traumatic stress. And we train them, we equip them, we send them off to battle, and then they come back and we just leave them there to figure it out on their own. And that is not okay in my book.
No.
My son Mark Lee was the first Navy SEAL that was killed in Iraq. We're coming up Monday, August 2nd, 2006, will be 15 years. And there's not one day that goes by that I don't miss him and wish I could see his smile, give him a hug again, hear his voice say, "I love you, Mom." But I do know where that kid is. He was redeployed to heaven, and I will see him again one day. And while I had no choice, the news that was given to me when we were notified that he'd been killed, I did have a choice how I responded. And my choice was to put on his boots and pick up his weapon and stay in the fight for every man and woman that serves, stay in the fight for every other family who's lost a loved one, and make sure that it is our responsibility as a nation to take care of them when they come back home and are struggling. And so our Helping Heroes Heal program is for our veterans who have post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury from combat, and we're paying for hyperbaric oxygen therapy, hormone and vitamin therapy. So natural things that are actually healing their bodies, and it's our honor to be able to provide this for the veterans. On average, it's $15,000 to $17,000 for each veteran that goes through our year-long program, which is what money well worth spent for them to get them the healing they need, but it's not cheap. And so for you to walk alongside and reach out and say, "Hey, I want to help you. I want to help you raise funds. I want to help support a veteran struggling with suicide," and to be able to do this fundraiser, organize it, and manage it for us means so much. And that's why we can keep 97% of what's coming into America's Mighty Warriors going back to our troops, our veterans, and our Gold Star families.
And if you didn't catch that, 97% is going back to the organization, because of stuff like this, because of people like myself and all the other volunteers and those other individuals that are out there doing what they can to raise money for an organization that helps our veterans. So I'm looking forward to this. What I'm going to be doing starting September 9th, I'll be starting on the north rim of the Grand Canyon, going rim to rim, getting picked up. Want to do Kendrick Mountain, Humphreys Mountain, Elton, O'Leary, down to Sedona. I'm gonna do Wilson Mountain, Bear Mountain, then down to Prescott. I'm gonna do Spruce Mountain, Granite Mountain, then back up to Williams, Arizona, and end on Bill Williams Mountain. And about 2 o'clock on 9/11, the town, we both just got off a call with a really good guy there, Roger Ely, who's helping to put on an event there at the American Legion in Williams, where my dad was once a commander. And we're gonna have, it's gonna be tough, it's gonna be worth it, but the big thing on this for me is just, it's not just me doing this. Now, we talked about other people joining in, and I talked about my thought, my vision with this is, one, Next 10. Next 10 came from something I always said when I was a hotshot. I was a wildland firefighter for 10 years. And we would train, we'd be on fires, we'd be hiking, guys would be hurting, and I'd just tell them, focus on the next 10 steps. Forget the top, next 10 steps, that's it. And once you hit those 10 steps, and focus on the next 10 after that. On Me came from, now I'd like for you to share On Me, because this event is called Next 10 On Me, and it just came to it, but if you can share the importance of On Me.
You bet. So Mark's final day, he stood out in the direct line of fire 3 times that day. Willingly gave his life to save his teammates. He carried the big gun, so he carried anywhere from 150 to 180 pounds in addition to his own weight. The day that he died, they were in an intense battle for 2 hours. It was 115, 120 degrees. And how you do that, combine those together, it's beyond me. I can't even imagine. I've been to Iraq. I'm the first Gold Star mom in history to be there. But his final actions, they were clearing a house. And they went in the house, cleared the bottom of the house and started up the steps, and they heard Mark yell, "On me." And he was saying, "I got the lead on this. You guys follow me." And that was probably Mark's final words, was when he said, "On me." And as I realized that over the last couple of years, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's kind of what I did not knowing it when I put on his boots and picked up his weapon and stay in the fight. And that's something that can challenge all of us, that no matter what we're struggling with, no matter what's facing us, we can say, "On me, I'm gonna be a leader now." Whether it's as you did and stepped up and said to help raise us funds, whether it's in your home, in your family, where you work, in your community, we could all be doing something. Thank goodness not all of us are called to do what you're gonna do with this almost 100 miles that you're hiking, but we can all do something. And so if you can participate by donating, please do that. But we're challenging you to do something that says "On me." If you don't do anything physically, I challenge you to walk a mile that day. Or each one of those days when you're out there doing that big thing. I typically walk 5 or 6 miles every day, so that's not gonna be a challenge for me to say I'll do a mile. You need to take it on your own and do something that challenges you to raise funds for America's Mighty Warriors so we can continue to support our troops, our veterans, and our Gold Star families.
I agree. So I set up an event page on Facebook. We'll be getting information out on that. I'll be sharing that, ways you can donate, also ways you can participate. Like I said, the entry fee is nothing. What I'm asking of you, what Mom Lee's asking of you, is to take on your challenge. What is your challenge? Whether it's walking 5K, whether it's doing 3 hikes in 3 days, whether it's running or swimming or biking, whatever it is that's challenging for you, do for you in honor of our veterans that have come back, or that have gone to war, have not come back, and that some of those that have come back, but still left a big part of them wherever they came from. So you'll be hearing more from me, you'll be hearing more from Mama Lee, and again, the event page is already going to be set up on Facebook. Already got it set up, haven't put it out yet. And I'm going to start it with this video, and we're going to get word out, reach out to others for donations. There'll be links on where you can donate. You can do a Facebook post and do a fundraiser in that aspect. All the money from Facebook goes directly to her organization.
Just make sure you select America's Mighty Warriors on Facebook, and 100%, they don't even take out a credit card fee. So that's the cheapest way for us to raise funds.
Exactly. So outside of that, I'm looking for you guys and gals to take on your own challenges and join me on helping America's Mighty Warriors help our vets. Any last words?
No, just on me. Let's do it.
All right, sounds good.